Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. This news is actually two in one and is coming all the way from Ebonyi State. Well, there's an alleged attack by herdsmen and some couple, as in a couple was found dead in the farm. But before this whole thing went down, there was an agreement of some sort, some part signed by the government of Ebonyi alongside with the Fulanis. But before we go into the news proper to give us the full details of everything that has gone down in Ebonyi State, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, a couple, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Onyaogo, were on Friday found dead in a community in Afikpo North local government area of Ebonyi State. The couple, who hailed from Amozu Mpoguru community of Afikpo North local government area, were discovered on farmland with their bodies already decomposing. Some members of the community had alleged that the perpetrators were Fulani Herdsmen. Information shows that a couple from Amozu Mpoguru Afikpo North local government area went to the farm yesterday and did not come back. A search party was launched by youth of the community. This morning, their dead bodies were found packed together on farmland. Some allege that the evil was perpetrated by herders, while police in the area have commenced an investigation into the matter. The corpses of the victims are already decomposing. The youth of the area that went in search of the couple are now at Police Division Afikpo North, waiting for the DPO, who went to area command to get clearance for the burial of the victim. Contacted, the State Police Public Relations Officer DSP Lovett Order stated that the command was yet to be notified about the development. Murder cases are not what you delay. It could be that it happened this morning and the DPO is gathering information to send to the command. Divisional Police Command in Afikpo North, after due consultation with the state headquarters, Abakaliki, got express permission to allow the family of the deceased to go ahead and bury the corpse of the victim. Now, this is very sad, but let's find out what transpired earlier on to have warranted this disobedience by alleged attack by Fulani Herdsmen. Some moments ago, let's just find out what happened. Ebonyi State Governor Chief David Umahi on Thursday, that's a day before, on Thursday entered into an agreement with national leadership of Miyetti to forestall further killings of persons and destruction of farms in the state. Umahi and the Miyetti Cattle Breeders Association, the leaders of herdsmen resident in Ebonyi State, held a meeting that lasted over 2 hours at the Akano Ibiam International Conference Center, Abakaliki. The governor, while reading out the agreement reached with the herder, said that henceforth there will be no more night grazing, no night migration of cattle in Ebonyi State. Umahi, however, warned that no single farmer or herdsman should go to a farm alone to avert attack or killings. Gathered that Umahi and herdsmen leaders agreed to resolve and forego the recent crisis between some communities in the state and herdsmen, which resulted in loss of lives and destruction of crops. The governor also warned against destruction of crops by cattle and killing of cattle by their host community. Miyetti must look into the movement of herdsmen from another state into Ebonyi State. Does it mean that Enugu State doesn't have pasture? Abia State doesn't have pasture? It's an act of provocation and we will not allow it, Umahi said. We have to fight those who are coming into the state to destroy the peaceful coexistence between us and the herdsmen who have lived with us in this state for long. The National Secretary has said it all. He said, you have two choices. These people are not from Nigeria. They are migrating and they are going with sophisticated weapons. You have a choice of stopping them or reporting to security agents to also stop them, because when they destroy things, we say it is Fulani people that did it. So no. So let's just solve our problems by ourselves. Let us show more understanding and let's live in peace, he said. In a swift reaction, Miyetti leadership, who spoke through the secretary Baba Othman Ngezama, revealed the preparedness of the association to embark on training of their headers to avert further crisis in the state. He warned against interstate movement of herdsmen, night and underage grazing in the state. Those in attendance in the meeting included the state security chiefs, traditional rulers, herdsmen leaders from the 13 local government areas, council chairmen, founding fathers of the state, among other prominent stakeholders of the state. Wow. Now we have heard what Umahi did this, that's David Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State, did this in good faith. Barely 24 hours after they had gone into agreement, there's now an alleged crime or alleged murder in a farmland where, if you check well, based on the agreement reached, Governor David Umahi had said that no one farmer or one header should work alone to avert a reprisal attack or attacks. But these ones are a couple. They went to the farm, born off for the fact that their neighbor didn't see them and had to raise alarm that this couple have not come back since they left. That was when they did a search and found them dead and packed. So it was actually a calculated crime. Now, it's alleged because they feel that the only people who are capable of doing or committing such crimes based on their antecedent is Fulani Herdsmen. But let's feel the pulse of Nigerians over this matter because, 24 hours before this whole thing began, they had an agreement of peace treaty, a truce of some sort, and it's somehow they keep saying it's alleged. The DPO is still on it, the police are still searching, they're still having investigation. But if eventually it was found that it is Fulani Herdsmen, then what will be the next step of action? Because of course David Umahi, the chief security officer of the state, said he will not have it that his people will be killed. But then again, let it not look as if it is he is pursuing the other parts of Nigerians who have decided to stay in Ebonyi. That's why he's giving them a second chance to live in peace with his people. But let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this matter. This one here is saying this should no longer be a police matter. Defend yourselves and take the fight to the murderers. Maroonders, if the police cannot defend you, defend yourself. But Dave Umahi just entered, as the governor of Ebonyi State, just entered an agreement, a treaty that no one should take violence, defend itself, should report as the case may be. So doing that is disobeying the chief security officer of the land, who happened to be Dave Umahi. I'm talking about Ebonyi State. This one here is saying their governor, David Umahi, threatened local government chairman, town union president Igwe that he will arrest and prosecute them because a single herdsman was killed by the youth after many atrocities previously caused by herdsmen in that area. Mr. David Umahi, what then will you say to Fulani herdsmen accused of killing these people? But now let them find out first. Don't forget that there's an agreement reached. So both parties must be careful not to breach that agreement. Let them find out first if it's truly Fulani Herdsmen, because this, as it is now, the people of Ebonyi State, their hands are tied. They can't do any reprisal because their governor have spoken concerning this issue of reprisal. So let's watch and wait what the chief security officer of Ebonyi State would do concerning this matter when investigations have have been done in full swing. This one here is saying, how can anybody in his or her right senses not get rid of being a Nigerian, not get tired of being a Nigerian? A header who read his flocks to the Abuja airport was sentenced to a 6-month jail term or an option of fine. But if he kills farmers on his farm, rape his wife, he goes scot-free. What a country it is. Well, this one here is saying saboteurs in the southeast, your handworks will judge you soon in Jesus' name. This one here is saying, I'm waiting to hear what my governor will say. Honestly, we are all waiting. But then he also needs to find out the end result of the investigation being carried out by the police to know how to, make a decisive decision concerning this issue. This one here is saying, what is your evidence and proof that it was the herdsman? You mean every kidnapping is the herdsman? But the truth is, yes, we might not say the truth is over time we've seen their signature. Over time, somebody will say body language. We've seen the signature, and for them to be proved innocent, they need to be coming out more often and pointing out those who do this. That way, Nigerians will believe they're generally very innocent. But that's not going to wrap it up. What's your take on the fact that Governor Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State, signed a peaceful treaty with the Miyetti leaders resident in Ebonyi State barely 24 hours after there was an alleged murder in the farmland of the couple. A couple went to their farm and they were murdered. Investigation and so many fingers are pointed at Fulani Herdsmen in the area, but still alleged until proven so. Let's meet in our comment section. Let's interact. What's your take?